Hello, welcome to this update. So let's see the severe weather here. There's a slight risk for today from South Dakota to Ohio, and this margin all the way from New Mexico to South Dakota to Ohio. So tornado threat is just 2% from South Dakota to Illinois. Wind is 15 and 5%, and hail is hatched 15%, and this big 5%. So let's see. Damaging wind gusts and large hail are possible across parts of the central, southern Great Plains and Midwest, late afternoon and evening. So stay safe today. Let's see here the HER for U.S. here, and then we'll take a look at Canada. So we already have some storms in Illinois there, and then in Indiana, and they will keep going there into Indiana more, and then that kind of dissipates, and we start getting some storms firing by this afternoon in Iowa there, in South Dakota. They move into northern Nebraska too, some stronger ones there in Iowa and Nebraska, especially Iowa there by later this afternoon and this evening, especially this evening and tonight there in Iowa. And by tonight this moves into northern Missouri, as it's showing here. Some other scattered storms there in other areas. Yeah, mainly it. Then for Canada there, we have that low pressure. They might bring some storms there in parts of Quebec and Ontario. So this afternoon we might get some storms there in Quebec, some stronger ones even, some heavy rain sometimes too, and then it moves out. But and even in Ontario, a storm or two there, but this was mainly in Quebec there. So for Canada here, we have this big severe thunderstorm watch for Eastern Ontario and Quebec. So it says here large hail, lightning. So late this afternoon and evening, and heavy rain, too, large hail and very strong winds. So that's one. Let's see this other one here. Wait. I don't know why this doesn't work. Let's see here. Here. So there's this other watch here. It says very high winds, risk of a tornado, and equal to ping pong size hail this afternoon and evening for these areas of Ontario. So there's also this small severe thunderstorm watch there for very strong winds, risk of a tornado this afternoon and evening, and large hail. So stay safe in those areas of Canada there. There are others. We also have some rainfall warnings there in parts of Newfoundland, and some special weather statements here too for air quality, and even let's see if there's something else. Yes, down here in southern Ontario too, we have like a rainfall warning, a wind warning. So for southern Ontario, so let's see the rest of the days here. So for the U.S., so day 2, it's a marginal there from Wyoming to Kansas, and this marginal from northeastern Texas all the way to New Hampshire, and this slight from Kentucky to New York. So let's see here. Tornado 2% tomorrow from Kentucky to New York, and wind 15 and 5% in all the areas, and hail just 5% in most of the areas. Scare damaging winds are possible over parts of the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast on Wednesday. So be aware for Wednesday, for day 3, we have general risk of thunderstorms, this marginal risk from Kansas to Canada, and this light risk there in parts of South Dakota, North Dakota, and northeastern Wyoming. And we are getting some indications that the environment might be very favorable there from eastern Montana into North Dakota for some for some tornadoes and big hail. So be aware there. For I think this is for Thursday. Yes, Thursday 15 and 5%. So severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of Montana into the Dakotas on Thursday. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms also possible across the Central Plains. So be aware there for Thursday. And day 4 through 8, nothing. So, and the fire threat is elevated today. Let's see here. In parts of Wyoming there, and Colorado and Nebraska. Day 2 is also elevated in Nevada and Oregon. So let's see here. Here precipitation for today. It might look like this. For tomorrow, for day 3, more in Canada there too, the plains and other areas. Day 4, more in Canada and the northern U.S. and some in Florida. Day 5, more in those areas. Day 6, all the way from the southwest through the plains here and more into Canada. Day 7, and you have the day below here. So let's see, days 1 through 7. So excessive rainfall. Today is a slight in southern Arizona and is marginal, a slight in the Midwest and a marginal 2, and a marginal in the Northeast. Day 2, a big slight there in the plains and Midwest, and this marginal, not marginal tomorrow, and after tomorrow still marginal, and this big marginal. Day 4, a marginal in Iowa and Nebraska and South Dakota, and these 2 marginals and a slight there. In day 5, another small marginal there, and this light in the Midwest and this marginal for rainfall. So the map for today, for tomorrow, and for after tomorrow. So we still have this discussion here. So let's see. So this is the heat risk for today, and let's see here. Some more stuff. Some temperatures. So wait. Here are the current warnings. We have a lot of heat advisories and excessive heat warnings, the severe thunderstorm watch there, and some heat warnings and red flag warnings there in other areas. So let's see here. Here, the temperatures. So today, some 100s there still, 100s in the southeast, in the plains, and 90s. For day 2, the maximum temperatures will look like this. For day 3, like this. For day 4, and you have the day on top here, like this. Still some 100s there and more. For day 5, it's like this. Still some 100s and stuff. For day 6, let's see. Still some 100s and 90s. And day 7. Wait, this is kind of... I don't know why it isn't loading, but never mind. This is 7 days away, so I showed you until day 6. So let's see. The 24-hour max wind gust, so we might have some stronger winds in the north, in other areas there. And the 48-hour quantitative precipitation here, more in Florida, those other areas. So let's see here. What else? Maybe some stuff here. Wait. North America, so let's see. So we had that system there in Canada. It's going northeast. That other one there shows by July 27th crossing the northeast and going to Canada. And then by July 28th it shows some more storms there in Canada and more stuff. So let's see the GFS here. It has the systems there too. And by July 30th, did this other system going from Canada there. Some more stuff. The tropics we'll talk about soon. Uh, let's see. Has more systems there in the northern U.S. and Canada. And another one there by July 11th. But that's very far out. So let's see here. Uh, wait. Here. So the total accumulated precipitation until July 29th. So we showed you the US. Basically, let's show you some more for Canada. It shows more for Saskatchewan there in Alberta, more for parts of the Atlantic Canada too, and some more areas. So the warnings we already showed you. Let's see some temperatures here. So during the night it shows like colder, somewhat colder in these areas, and even all the way down here to Ontario, like 10 degrees at night. Some areas here colder too, but during the hottest time of the day, it might get warmer in these areas here, in the 20s, all the way up here into these other areas, into Yukon. It shows all the way into Alaska in the 20s. This is kind of crazy, but that there'll be this warm area here. A little bit colder in Nunavut and in northern Quebec, but it still might be warmer in the south there. So yeah, nothing crazy. So let's see here. This is the above and below average temperatures. Some below average temperatures up there, still some above average there, and then it shows this big above average there for the US, like June 24th, and still some below average in Canada there by June 26th. Lots of below average temperatures in Canada there, and they spread a little bit through the northern US, northwestern US. So this will be June 27th. So some below average temperatures there, and still some above average in the south. And in the northwestern Canada and Alaska, some above average too. So let's see. The GFS still has kind of similar things, some below average there, and then it keeps it, but then by July 3rd, some above average there again. But it still has these waves of below average by July 7th, and some waves of above average there too. So we gotta keep watching this, and let's see. This is it, I think. So stay safe from the severe weather, and bye.